ZL Entertainment.
Greetings, boys and girls. I'm Andy Dion from ZL Entertainment, and today we're here for another episode within Supermarket Simulator. I'm going to say right now that for some strange reason my microphone did not record when I originally did this video, so I had to do post-commentary. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The video is much better looking now. I've learned a good way to record now, so it's not laggy. I think if I remember right, I did that halfway between. No, I did it for last. Okay, I'm trying to remember my recording history of this game. I recorded an episode and that was too laggy and didn't work, so I fixed it up and it works again. But I think the computer overheats or something, and that causes it to lag about halfway through the video, so I had to like pause it. Oh, and that reminds me, I actually apparently somehow the game the recording paused like after 3 minutes, and so there's probably going to be a jump cut. I spent almost 2 hours recording this video here, even though we're going to only get about an hour's worth of footage here, and that's because like I said, yeah, somehow the recording paused, and then I looked over and I'm like, oh, it says 3 minutes. It said that it was recording for 3 minutes and that it was paused, and I'm just like, I don't remember pausing at all. But yeah, apparently I paused, and we'll see a jump cut. I don't quite remember what I was talking about, sadly. But we're getting some of our goods that we need, and as you probably can tell, I wasn't able to afford it because apparently coffee and tea is really expensive, which makes no sense. Maybe for the coffee, but not for the tea. The tea I get is $10 for 100. So it basically equals 10 cents per tea bag. But anyway, if I remember right, in this episode, things actually get much better by the end of it, though. But I mean, I was technically recording for like almost 2 hours, so I basically played the game for almost 2 hours. It's quite annoying. I can't wait till we get enough money to get the storage, which maybe we'll be able to get that in this video. And there's the jump cut. I have no idea what. And here I'm probably talking about the jump cut, but yeah. Or I didn't, because I was like, no, I'm sure there's nothing. I'm sure it didn't go too far. It went pretty far, I think. But yeah, I just went on talking like nothing happened. Oh yeah, so I just started tossing this stuff out because I was starting to get a bit pissed off at the game. And I was actually talking about how interesting it would be if there was, because it seems like this game would do it because it's, you know, a difficulty that they probably would add. So my thought was, wouldn't it be amusing if they put a tax on, or a fee, like a littering fee, if you had like boxes out overnight? And as you can see, we got the storage like pretty much immediately. Normally you would have had to wait for probably 35 minutes to get that, but yeah, I don't know what happened with that pausing. I guess I probably did pause it for something, but I don't remember what. And since my audio did not work, I guess we'll never know. Either way, we now have a storage opened, and that will make things a little bit easier. We now have the ability to have stalkers, which I do not get yet. But the stalkers will be there eventually. Oh, that's one thing I find annoying is when you move around, the keys you use to move around will pop up in the search bar. I don't know why that happens. But yeah, we do have a storage unit, and I believe we even expand our little shop here. So that'll be pretty good. I actually do enjoy the stalking in the game a lot more than being the cashier. Cashier is not. I didn't have as much fun as being a cashier. The only reason why I am being a cashier is because the cashiers that you can hire in the game are slow as hell. And it's just much quicker if I do that. You'd have to get all 4 cashiers to be able to get some kind of something going on. And once we get there, I'll probably be getting, I'll probably go back to stocking in the shelves. I think this was the moment where I was talking about the idea I had that maybe the game was going to add like littering fees or something. They probably actually won't. I feel most people would find that to be too annoying. Which it would be. I didn't actually want that. I just figured I was kind of like in a grumbly mood, a bit cranky, so to speak, because I wasn't making money as fast as I usually do when I play this game. Like I said, this is the 3rd or 4th time I restarted the game. Not restarted, the 3rd or 4th time I went through the intro. Because I first played the game, it was actually quite difficult to get money. Then I restarted the game once, and then I thought, oh, that's cool, I'll restart it again to actually record from the beginning. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna start, not yet actually, that's right, I was going to do that, but then I realized there's no point yet. What we need is that. Funny enough, we're only about $2 short, so all we need is to get exactly 1 customer, and that's it. And then we can buy it, which I do, like right away. Then I figured might as well just put it in there, but put it in the other corner. So I got pretty far in the game when I originally played, and by far I mean not as far as other people like probably have gone. Um, but I definitely a lot further than what we're seeing right now. because I've gotten to where you just as soon as you get like freezer goods, like that's about as far as I got. And but I did play the game quite a lot after that. But yeah, you unlock all the storage, and then you realize the storage place is not enough. So that's why I actually got a mod that gives you a lot more storage. Because I was quite annoyed with the fact that you don't really get a lot of storage space. And I was also thinking of how interesting it might be to compare how others store their items, like how they do it in order and such, how they keep it organized, I should say. Um, for the storage units, I actually store things in order that they are on the computer to order these items. So I know how, because I usually say the numbers, like I'll go four at a row, like because of the storage units, you can store 4 items. Um, I played for quite some time before I realized you could put stuff on the bottom. I thought it was just 3 rows that you could store stuff, but then there was that bottom row. Um, what was I gonna do? Oh yes, 350. I wanted to get rid of that. I, like I said before, I have a few mods, and one of the mods is to get rid of the stupid tutorial stuff, but I don't see the point of having that mod if it doesn't actually work. But yeah, it'll be quite interesting to see how other people organize their storage. I'm kind of guessing I do it differently than others. And I might even watch some other people play this, like, instead of just a few minutes of it, I might watch people play the whole thing, see how they do this. It'll be fun to compare. But yeah, pretty soon we'll be able to get a new group of foods that we'll be able to sell. I think that was no, I was gonna unlock a new section. That is my next plan in the game. Alright, can't wait until we get hundreds of dollars worth of stuff from these people. Right now we're getting between $20 and $30. We have enough to expand now, but I don't think we go do that quite yet. Oh, not sure if this guy is money laundering or not, but could be, could be. Come on, get the cheese. Yep, forgot to turn the light on. That's alright. Cereal and cheese. this is not a fun game to post commentate on. I'm gonna have to make sure that the stuff actually records. Usually everything's set up properly so I don't have to worry about it, but for some reason this time around I do. Can't wait till we can pay off the loan. And it gave us 2 new sections. I don't know why it did that. I only had enough money. I'm still wondering about that. You guys all missed my... So what I was grumbling about, what I was getting cranky about was I had another shelf and I was trying to fit all 3 of them together, but they weren't fitting. And what I realized was that what I was remembering from what I usually do is when I get the new section, but for some reason it gave me 2 new sections. I was one because my mouse is a little bit strange right now because sometimes I'll click and it'll actually double click instead. So I was wondering if maybe I double clicked. But that wouldn't make sense because I didn't have enough money to get 2 sections, so I don't know. I guess it starts you off with 2 sections, and then the first upgrade is 2 sections. I don't remember that because what I remember is I put the you know, those shelves that are right behind those people. I put them against the wall, and then when I get a new section, those are still against the wall, but um, the refrigerated section has some stuff behind it now. That's what usually happens, so I don't know what's going on with that. I'm still am quite confused on that whole subject. But now I can get that taken care of. And now we can get some more goods, which I don't think we get yet. I don't think we get it for some time. And there we go. Set up. And our goods are looking quite bare. Right? So when he can start a new day, we have spent a lot of money. A shit ton of money. But we'll get it back eventually. Bread, eggs, and something else. Some bread. I think the third one was flour, if I remember right. Sadly, we can't pay that off yet. But oh well. Let's get the refrigerated stuff. We're gonna need... Oh, that's right. We have some storage stuff. Let's go get this stuff done first. And can reset the price. And as usual, I don't like to go under the dollar profit, so I refuse to do that. And there we go. I have that all taken care of. get rid of that as well. I think we pretty much use all our stuff in the storage because, as you can tell, our shelves are quite barren. And we only had enough for one section of the freezer goods, refrigerated goods. But oh well. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of stuff, but thankfully we have a decent amount of money for that. I do not think we're able to get, I don't think we're able to get any coffee, though. We can see if we can, but I'm pretty sure we don't. I think the coffee would cost 100. So yeah, we still need 1 water, 2 cheese, and I believe 1 egg. And for the shelf, we need 1 cereal, 1 bread, maybe 2 flour, 1 oil, so let's get that. I went with 2 cereal, and I did go with 1 flour. Let's get everything. Alright, definitely need 1 more coffee or 2 coffee and 1 tea, but I'm guessing I won't be able to get those. That's what I was just saying right there. I might be able to get 1 of them, but get it? I remember doing that last time. But I'll get everything set up for when we do get enough money. We'll need a few, I think 150. I believe that's the next thing I want to get. But I think there's a time when I pay the bills, but I'll be like hovering the mouse over it quite a lot and talk about it. And I do remember what I was talking about because it's something I really would like to see a change to. It's a mod that if I could make, I would make. That's all I'll say for now. We'll get there eventually. And I realize that I probably should have gotten another flour, but I don't know if I'm going to or not. Don't really need another thing of oil since there's only 3 slots left. Although I guess I could have technically stored the rest. That's probably what I should have done. I do believe I paused the game eventually again because it starts lagging. So when I did do that pause earlier and there was that jump cut that we all saw, what happened was I did play for quite some time, like I've already said. So it doesn't look like it's running well now, but that's because I've been playing for quite some time, and I'm starting to, at this point in time, I was starting to think maybe it was overheating. So I will actually pause the game, and I remember exiting the game and just letting the computer rest for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then it just runs very well after that. I believe I do that after I set the goods. Because it actually starts to get really bad. It almost gets as bad as the very first video I recorded that I had to delete because it was just too bad. Alright. Not sure when that comes about. I realize the door is now on that side, so all along they switched the door to the other side. That's what the game does. It's not a mod at all. I was really surprised about that. The close sign is now on the other side as well. Yeah, and I'm starting to realize I probably should have gotten an extra of this, and probably technically the flower as well, but I don't think I did. But, yeah, I'll probably get those later. Um, just gotta wait for these people. Was checking on how much money we needed. For some reason, I said this before, I just realized, but usually when somebody's at the cash register, a bell will ring out. But that time it did not do that. Did not. So I was surprised about that. Yep, they're taking a lot of the goods. I believe we need $200 before I can get the goods. Yeah, I'm not gonna give you a penny. I'm not gonna give you a penny for free. Alright. Well, that guy wants bread. We got a bunch of goods there this time around. $40 worth. Alright, well, another person who has gotten a lot of goods. Almost $50 worth. Well, there you go, sir. Yeah, they're starting to get a lot more stuff now, which is nice. And holding this microphone is really difficult to do. Yeah, I don't have a mic stand, so I usually place my microphone on top of a stack of books. And then I face the mic towards me. That's what I usually do when I play. But this time I felt like just holding the mic. A little bit of cheese, I see. After I'm done doing this post commentary, I'm actually gonna record another gameplay video. I'm not sure what I forgot what I was gonna do. I was gonna say House Flipper, but I did that last night. Yeah, this is where I start to realize the lagginess is happening. So, because it's actually getting really bad. Yeah, I'm not sure why it aimed at that spot. The early days of Supermarket Simulator where you have to go back and forth between being the cashier and the stalker and trying to get enough goods for the rest of the day. Yep. need to get some flour and a bunch of other stuff. There we go. Got that taken care of. And now we can get our oil. One thing I would like in this game is, you know, you have the people who are like, oh, there's no cash register available. But sometimes those people like had some goods that they wanted, but they weren't there, or they weren't, you know, like right now I'm having to place new items. So I think when you place new items, it would be kind of cool if those people who are like, oh, there's no cash register, if they were to be like, oh, these items are here now, and now I can get them. That would be a pretty cool thing, I must admit. Oh yeah, as you can see, I'm just trying to get all the goods back onto the shelves. And I'm letting everybody wait, because why not? I can do that if I want to. And that's really how I play. Not really that great in the beginning, but I mean, they're not gonna leave. Apparently we have cornered the market, so to speak, on the supermarkets. So if they want their food, apparently they have to go to us. So that's why these people are all willing to wait. Another thing that can be done, I don't know if it would be too difficult to code in, like, people who are waiting for the checkout to get an update of like, oh hey, the items that weren't there originally are there now, I can go get it. I don't know if it'd be too difficult to do that. I don't think it would be. But I think what would be pretty cool is if they went up to the cash register and was like, hey, I was looking for this, do you actually have any? And then I could be like, let me go order some. That would be pretty cool. Stuff like that. That way we can maximize our profits even more. But yeah, we have a shit ton of people that are waiting for us. Another guy that might be... Nah, he's not. I don't think he's money laundering. It would have to be like less than $10 for me to figure they are money laundering. Time to moisten my voice hole, because I'm starting to get all raspy sounding. Guess I'll have to place my mic down because the lid to my metal canister of water is too tight. That's what she said. Cold water on a hot day is really nice. It's quite nice. Most of the people are taken care of though. And this was a nice feeling to know that we were going to make a decent amount of money so I could actually get more junk. Um, I think what I do is obviously buy some food, but I think I pay off the loan debt that I have, so that'll be nice. And that's that. Yeah, and this was where I thought, oh man, we're very barren, but then I realized we don't have anything in that section over there yet. It's just waiting for the goods. So I actually did pause here to go off and get the stuff and come back. But I will be, I'm gonna save and come back later. Made a few $100s. Um, I think I do change the prices right away because I'd come back and completely forget everything. And we can pay that off, thankfully. And the rest of the money we'll be able to, we can't get that yet. I think the rest of the money is for when I get back. Do I get it now? Yes, I don't really like having long-term memory or short-term. It'd be nice to have both, where you can remember things from a short time ago and a long time. But sadly, I'm better at remembering things that happened a long time ago. So, like, if I had recorded this last week, I would have remembered much more. But nope, I recorded this yesterday. And by yesterday, I mean I recorded it on Friday. And I'm doing the post commentary on Saturday. And I'll have it edited and available tomorrow, which is now today, on Sunday. Oh, I remember what I was going to record. I was going to do my Fearfest games. That's cool. Yep. Still don't have enough money for everything that we need. Coffee and tea cost way too damn much. And, oh yeah, so what I did here was I paused the game. I said I was going to pause the game and then come back when I had everything set up. So here it is. And now we're back. This is after I had taken a break for about 5-10 minutes to let my computer cool down and be able to run better. As you can see, it's running good again. And it stays that way for the rest of the session, which is like 10 more minutes. I was hoping at this point, I was like, I didn't want to do that much more because I had already recorded for quite some time. So I was planning on just quitting after this day. But apparently this day took 10 more minutes. I thought it was going to be a few more minutes, but yeah, I originally wanted to do 2 days, but at this point I had enough. And honestly, yeah, I had to re-record the audio, so that's made this whole session here of this video even more time consuming than the first video I tried recording. Actually, about the same amount of time, because I recorded for an hour, too laggy, so I had to redo it. So that was 2 hours on that crap. 2 hours again on this time, so same amount of wasted time, just for different reasons. But that's what I do to entertain the 2 people who watch these things. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. It's about 10 or 20 now. People seem to enjoy this game a little bit more than some of the other things I do. Alright, we can get these goods now. Coffee and tea. That's good enough. And another thing of coffee. And we don't have enough money where we can get extras of those things yet, but it'd be nice. Yeah, I don't understand that whole bit. Like, I already paid it off, but I still have to pay. So that was me, like, rambling on about this junk right here. I don't remember what I said, sadly, so I can't do it. Got a bunch of food here, I see. You know, the cereal is very unhealthy, man. You know, sir, flour is quite unhealthy. You're good. You got some healthy stuff there. Sir, flour and oil is not healthy. Vegetable oil is very unhealthy. You should get olive oil. Sir, cereal is unhealthy. I should, like, do a health food store challenge or something in this game, and just buy things that are only healthy. Or at least for, like, an episode. No, I don't want to change everything around just for that, so I'll have to, like, start a whole new game to do all that. There we go. Look at all this unhealthy food these people are getting. Don't you know vegetable oil is bad for you? Don't you know that margarine is bad for you? Don't you know that margarine is actually solidified vegetable oil? Don't you know that you should cook with coconut oil? Or extra virgin olive oil? Or even avocado oil, but avocados taste like shit? Because I'm a true Californian. I did not know that California was known for liking avocados until I saw one of those weird videos online talking about, like, the top food out of each state, and California was avocado on toast. And I was just like, what the hell? Avocados are gross. I never actually had an avocado, but I had guacamole before, and I said, I don't know what this is made out of, but it's the grossest thing I ever tasted. And Then I looked at what guacamole is made out of. It's made out of avocados and salsa mixed together. And I like salsa, but I don't like but I did not like guacamole, so it kind of made me realize, well, two parts, one part I like, the other part I don't. That means avocados are gross. And we're gonna spend the next hour in game putting all these items here because I figured out it's close to closing time. But you know, sometimes, most of the time, people come in pretty late. Like, I would still get like up to like 10 new people coming in. So I was like, that's alright, I can fill this all up and I'll get a bunch of new people. But for some reason, this time around, it didn't work out that way. And this is actually where I got the idea that it would be nice for these people that are waiting for the open cash register to go back and get the items that they missed out on. Alright. And here I forgot for a moment that the tags are on the bottom of the item and not on the top. Don't know how I forgot that. And I already need another box of Cheez-Its. It's a great and grand and wondrous thing. Doesn't matter, we're gonna get these guys all rung up and out of the store. Ah, some milk, huh? That's quite expensive for some milk. That's not even a gallon. I think the gallons we get is usually like $3, $2.50, $3, something like that. Can't quite remember. We are getting close to the end of this episode. Almost gave him $50 instead of the 55, and that's that. I don't know if I do anything else. I think I might get the goods I need for the next day, like I usually do. Pasta, bread, flour, and oil. This is the pasta. This is the bread. It said the pasta changed, but it wasn't really a change at all. And yeah, and the oil went up pretty expensive. All right. I think, yeah, I get all the goods from the storage here. Guess there wasn't much use for that. I think we'll be able to get all this oil. Yep. Just only need 3 more. And then we got some cheese and some water, I believe. Oh, there was only one. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Love you all. Peace to you, and as always, stay safe.